EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. A dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You talk about the Seahawk defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Roman Wilson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Seahawks. First down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Viking, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now run straight ahead with one. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago, when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me.
Pat Fryermuth from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And we'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. This guy's getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the
Let's go
20-yard
now.
line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Cowboys.
They'll set up to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Myers' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to a midfield strike. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Out route, and he connects with Firebuth. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff for Warren. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a first and 10 here.
258!
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw here. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready?
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent Excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Steelers take over the first down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out to the right here to Wilson. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
18. Hey, take 26.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
18.
On the give, it's Warren. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. John Smith, 37 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Steelers 28, Seahawks 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Dragon 60.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Conner, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seattle.
Got it. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll try and do this himself. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Speed 18.
Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. once again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so two remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second Pirates.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Here we go. Set. 6, ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That was good. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. They'll look to throw here. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. And now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal.
A 39-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Horton. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and 14.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returning is Peppers. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's one. And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Running left, it's Warren. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
60 Bobcats.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
First down.
79 Broncos.
They'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 5.
Get it. 70 Lions. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Two yards to go, second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
Back to throw here. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's another Seahawks. First down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Seahawks 30.
1-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Second down and 6 now. Now a run with Warren. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 78 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Gotta be lying.
They'll look to throw again. Throw out line to Walker.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready?
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Well, he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go! Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a 1st down. Here we go. 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Hot 70, hot 70. Cut 19, cut 19. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Take 30. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Back to throw. Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
That's pulled in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
58.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is first and